joining me for a 15-minute seated exercise. We have a few different components throughout this exercise. We'll start with a warm-up, and to begin, we will warm up our shoulders by doing some shoulder circles. We'll start by creating a tall seat, tall spine, lifting our shoulders up towards our ears, drawing them back and letting them go down, rolling forward, up, back, and down. Let's do a few more of these reverse shoulder circles, really getting our shoulders nice and warm and ready. One more. And let's reverse. Draw shoulders back, up towards our ears, forward and down. Forward shoulder circles. You can use your breath here and connect it to your movements. Inhale as you lift up and exhale as you bring them down. Let's come back to a neutral seat. Now we will warm up our shoulders, but this time we're going to get our whole arm along for the ride. So we're going to raise one arm all the way up, nice and tall. Bring it around for a big arm circle, like you've got a big wing that you're spreading as far as you can, up and around. Really feel all the directions that you're letting your shoulder move here. And let's reverse and bring our shoulder circles the other way. Reach up, all the way around. Let your shoulders show you its full range of motion here. Let's bring that arm back to our lap. And now we'll do the other side. Reach up tall, spread your wing, and bring it behind you. A nice big shoulder circle, letting this arm get the same attention as the other side. Let's reverse and bring it the other way, all the way up. Feel your arms really waking up here. Your shoulders should feel pretty nice and warm by now. Okay. We're going to start to draw some attention to our core, our real power source here. And now that we've got our arms nice and warmed up, they're going to assist us in doing some crunches to get our core muscles warmed up. We're going to take our arms and reach up tall. We still have that nice tall spine. And we are going to lift one knee, pull our arms down, and crunch into the middle. You should feel a crunch here in your abdomen. We're using that to power us. Crunch in, bring it up, and let's do the other side. Crunch in, power through your core, and let's do a few of these on each side. Crunch in and squeeze back up. Go at a pace that feels comfortable for you. Crunch in, feel the squeeze, like I could put an orange right there and you could squeeze some juice out of it for me. Back up, let's do one more on each side. Crunch and crunch. Excellent. We're going to use that same crunching motion, but this time turning the focus on our obliques, on our side body, side core muscles, right? We've got like this big corset going around us of muscles, and we want to make sure that we get all of them so that our core is strong from front to side to back. So here we are going to reach across with one arm, like a diagonal stretch. We're going to bring the other hand over to our obliques on that side because we want to be able to feel the crunch. We're going to pull down with our raised hand and lift the knee that is on the same side. And it's making a crunch out to the side. Having your hand here will allow you to actually feel those muscles getting engaged. So we will pull down, lift our knee to meet our elbow, and feel the crunch in your oblique muscles. Crunch and lift. Squeeze in and up. And don't forget to use your breath here. Great job. One more, and let's switch sides. We're going to bring our other hand to our other side, our oblique muscles. Bring your other arm over like a diagonal stretch, like you're trying to reach the corner of the ceiling over there. And we are going to bring our elbow to our knee and crunch. Feel the squeeze. Crunch. Let your side body power you through this move. Crunch. We've moved the orange over here now, and I want you to squeeze the juice out for me. Squeeze. Crunch. Let's do two more. Squeeze. Excellent job. Come back to a nice tall seat. We're still going to be getting power from our core, and we're going to work on some punches now. We want to make sure that when we're throwing our punches that our power is coming through our core, through our hips. We're getting the power from this whole area here. We don't want to be throwing from our shoulders or throwing and straightening your elbow too much. We don't want to get any injuries up in our arms. So we really want to make sure that the power is all coming through here. So let's get our hands up, protecting our face. And we're going to start with the right side. So punch and in, punch forward and in, punch and back in, punch and in. Make sure you're powering from your core. Go at a pace that's comfortable for you. If you feel like punching a little bit faster than me today, go ahead. Punch from your core, bring it back. Nice work. Let's do 3 more on this side. 2 and 3. Other side. Punch and bring it back. Punch from your core, bring it back. Nice work. Make sure your elbow isn't locked, and make sure you're feeling it coming from the center of your body. Good job. And keep that pace that's comfortable for you. Punch, back. Nice, let's do 2 more. 1, 2. Hands down. Now we're going to imagine, maybe we'll take our stance a little bit wider in our chair, and we're going to imagine that we're holding a dumbbell, like that bar in the middle of the dumbbell. We're going to wrap our hands around the bar. We're actually going to imagine that we're lifting one off the floor and lifting it over our heads. This will help, will work our shoulders, and we're still going to be powering up from our core. That's what's going to be lifting us up into a seated position and back. We want to make sure that our spine stays nice and straight here, and that you are hinging forward from your hips. So we will imagine that we have our dumbbell on the floor. We're going to use our hands and pretend that we are wrapping them around the handle. Now notice how I'm looking straight ahead at you, right? This is keeping my neck in a neutral position. So make sure that you're looking straight ahead at me. We're going to lift up and pretend that we're lifting that dumbbell all the way over our heads. Nice tall spine. And now we're going to bring it back down, arms straight. We're hinging at our hips, keeping our spine straight and bringing that weight all the way back down to the floor. Good job. Keep your feet planted. Lift again. Use your core to bring you up tall and strong. And lower back down. Exhale. Set that weight on the floor. Good job. Nice to see your smiling face is still looking at me. Lift up. And exhale, bring it down. Hinge at the hips. Nice, straight, long, healthy spine. Lift up. And let's set it back down on the floor. Nice job. All right, so let's get our legs working a little bit more here. We're going to start with a nice simple march in place. And you can get your arms in the game here too by kind of bringing them side to side. You could pump them a little more if you want to. You could take your pace faster or slower on your walk. It's up to you. You make the walk exactly how you need it to feel. And if you want to add a little twist here, you can start by bringing, just as we did before, that opposite elbow to knee. And twist, firing up our core a little bit more here, and bringing a twist into our march. This is giving our spines a little bit of a different direction to turn in that we don't often let them do. Twist, use your core to lift your knee, touch your elbow. Nice work. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we're going to bring ourselves forward a little bit in our seat. We're going to let our backs connect with the back of our chair. And we are going to, instead of walk now, we're going to take a nice little bike ride. So lift your legs and start to pretend that you are pedaling a bicycle. Perfect. You can really feel this in your core here. Use your hands to keep you stabilized by holding onto the chair. Nice. Let your pace be exactly where you need it to be. Maybe pedal your bike a little faster today if you're going downhill. And we're going to pause. And now this might be a little tricky at first, so take your time, but we're going to start pedaling backwards. That's different, isn't it? It takes a minute to get used to. Straightening one leg and bending the other. Woo. For 3, 2, 1. Woo. Come back to a seat. You can scoot your seat back a little bit. Feels good to reconnect your feet with the earth after that, doesn't it? Let's do a little stretching now, which you have definitely earned after all the hard work you just did. We're going to start by taking a big inhale, reaching our arms out to the side all the way up. And then bring your hands down as you exhale and reach for your toes. You're hinging at your hip, nice straight spine. Gaze forward at me. And now we're going to go in reverse. Arms out, inhale. All the way up. You can connect your palms up at the top and bring them down to your heart center. And let's do that again. Inhale. Reach up, reach tall. And let's swan dive, hinge at the hips, down and touch your toes. Gaze forward. And let's reverse our swan dive now. Arms out to the side. Inhale, reach up. Connect those palms. Bring them down to your chest. Now this time we're going to open our hips a little bit in the next stretch. This one feels really, really good. Take one leg and you kind of want to rest your ankle above your knee on your thigh. Let your hip open up a little bit here. This is something it doesn't get to do very much every day. And you've got your hands resting, maybe one on your knee, one on your ankle. And if it feels good, try to hinge forward a little bit, nice tall spine still, and hinge forward and just fold a little bit into this stretch. And you should feel something really good in your hip there. And you want it to feel good. So find a place where you are feeling something beneficial. Rise up, and let's switch sides. Bring your other ankle to connect with your thigh. Hands on your leg and hinge forward. Try to go as deep on this side as you did on the other side. But both sides of our body are very different. So this may feel a little different than the other side, and that's okay. Rise back up. And to end our session together here, we'll do a little belly breathing and meditation before we say goodbye. Create a tall seat. It may feel good to lower your lids or close your eyes completely. And bring your palms to the lowest part of your belly, underneath your belly button there. You're going to breathe deeply. Inhale all the way into your low belly and fill your palms. Really exaggerate that breath in. And let it out. Again, inhale and fill your palms. Feel your belly expand and exhale. Let it out. We'll do this 3 more times at your own pace. You can start to open your eyes. Feel the effects of all that fresh oxygen, maybe a fresh perspective. I thank you so much for joining me for this session. And to end, let's take a big inhale. Palms connect. Bring them to the center of your chest. And until next time, we say, Namaste.